And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media and providing you the timely truth centered around your real estate, credit, finance, estate plans, marketing, property management, and so much more. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Our number one goals are to educate, entertain, enlighten, and most importantly, we want to help you win in any marketplace.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Save our hotline number in your phone. At some point, you're going to need it. 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-670-7372. And bookmark our website, consumerqb.com. A plethora of information available for you on our website, consumerqb.com. You can see links to all of our expert contributors, and all their contact information is there. There's a submission form. You can contact us, and we would love to hear your feedback. We had a lot of great calls and emails last week, people wanting to know more about getting pre-approved for a mortgage, how much can they qualify for, what are the down payment options. We had people reaching out for credit improvement. A lot of ways that we can help you here with the Consumer Quarterback Show. We've got CPAs, financial advisors, attorneys, lots of ways that we can help you. And Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com. Teo Leonard back in studio. Welcome back in, my man.
Hey, thanks. It's a blast to be here. Totally looking for a good show today. I think we're going to have some fun. We were chatting in the green room before, and I think we're going to have a good time today.
That's right. The web design ninja of Tampa Bay back in the house, helping you design your websites. We got Chris Baran, Baran Property Management. Welcome in, sir.
Hey, thanks, Brandon. Good to be back.
Yes,
like Teo said, we were speaking in the back room a little bit, so we do have a few things to talk about today.
Some good stuff.
So, definitely, yeah.
We got some good stuff to talk about. Avoiding commission-based advice, I think, is one of the key things I like to talk about here on the show, helping the consumers sort through a lot of that nonsense out there, not only with the mainstream media, but the marketing, the marketing minutia that's out there. And we got Matt Schafer making his debut. He's a loan originator, teamgoloans.com. Welcome in, sir.
Hey, pleasure to be here. Great
Awesome.
time to buy a home.
Yeah, it is. It sure is, man. We're in a rising interest rate environment, aren't we? The rates are increasing.
Yeah, the Feds meet this month, and just as it's looked, the rates are going to be rising. Yeah. But nonetheless, buying a home, best investment you can make.
That's right.
Better than Social Security, better than, pension plan, paying off your home, making those payments every month. That sets you up to be your own bank, take money out of your own house. You don't need to borrow money from anybody once you pay off your first property.
That's right. Good stuff. Good stuff, absolutely. So a lot of ways that we can help you here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I want to let you know about an event we've got coming up on the 21st. I got my business partner, Ken Shamrock, coming back into town. He's doing a keynote benefiting the Ian Beckles Foundation at Red Door number 5, which is on Florida Avenue, just north of downtown. It's going to be a great event, our best event yet. Thursday, June 21st, 4:30. We're going to have a live radio broadcast with Ken Shamrock, Ian Beckles, myself, and our show partners are also going to be coming on the show with us. Come in early. We've got catered food by Amici's Catered Cuisine. It's at a great venue there at Red Door number 5. It's going to be an awesome event. Check out the tickets are available on eventbrite.com. Just search up the keyword Shamrock and you'll see the event right there. So we'd love for you to come check it out. I want to give a shout out to Brio Tuscan Grill. Our restaurant partner is Brio Tuscan Grill. They've got a appetizer special going on right now, a free appetizer for anybody that listens to our show that's a fan of the show. Walk into Brio, let them know that you're a fan of the show. They're going to hook you up with a free appetizer. It doesn't get any easier than that. And these are great appetizers. Spicy shrimp and eggplant, beef carpaccio. You've got calamari, all kinds of great stuff. So they're going to add a little something special onto that free water with lemon that they give out for us. So we got that appetizer now. That's so good. I'm so happy about that. All right, so we want you going over there. Coming up as well, we're going to talk about the top 10 highest paid actors and actresses and talk about that wage disparity there. So we're talking about that as well. And let's jump right into it. So let's start off right here with Teo Leonard, the web design ninja of Tampa Bay.
Cool. I think today, we talked about a couple things in the green room. One of the biggest problems we see are dishonest web people out there or marketing people out there. We have a change in our office this week. One of our lead designers was diagnosed with breast cancer, and so We're making the decision to add an assistant for her to make that easier, et cetera, while she's in and out of treatment. And it's so sad to see people that apply that simply can't be completely honest. One of the things we do at the Web Ninja is we build everything custom. We don't buy a stock theme for $49 and tweak it and make it semi-custom. And the reason we do that is simply for speed and optimization and so that everything works properly. Yet all these people applying, we build custom, I do custom design, etc. And then you look at the work that they do, and unfortunately, they're just modifying a template and making it semi-custom. So
just flat out lying. Embellishing.
And we get 3 or 4 customers a week who are like, "Hey, I need my website's slow," or "This doesn't seem to work," etc. And lo and behold, they paid for a custom website, but they got a modified template, which is okay if you have 2 or 3 pages. But we just redid a site for Nathan Comarsh, who's a professional magician over in Orlando. Similar deal, paid for a custom site, used a stock theme. They modified it. They use all this WYSIWYG. And to make it speed up, because the only way we could redo it was, or the only way we could fix it was to redo it. And it comes out that for every line of code using our site, there were 103 lines of code extra applied to that template and the WYSIWYG.
Wow.
So that it would be easier for the web developer to build that site.
Wow.
So in the end, it's about 60 times faster building it the way that we build.
And is that for the page to load?
That's the page load time.
Right. Mm-hmm. And that's important because people will just navigate away.
Sure. They do. And you have, if somebody wants your information, you have 3 seconds to capture their attention. And if your page takes 7 seconds to load, you're burned. Dude, I was going to say something else and then I forget I'm on the radio. But, one thing I would like to touch on is we've released the new version of our chancetowin.org site, which we've talked about before on the show. Is we do a lot of fundraising and charity work with the Web Ninja. And one of the things that we've built is we've pioneered the online raffle capability to host raffles for fundraising. And for those smaller organizations that don't have a dedicated website, we created a product called chancetowin.org. It's chance, the number 2, win.org. And for lack of a better word, it's kind of like the GoFundMe for a charity to host a raffle. Yeah. And it's kind of exciting. We revamped it. We released it the end of March after a couple hundred beta projects. And we're currently generating over $1,500 a day for charities.
Nice.
And it's pretty exciting. One of the best parts is you can do 50/50s in the state of Florida. So the big thing that is going to be attractive this summer that we've done a couple of them are these youth sports teams. All these parents, they have the kids in hockey or girls softball or cheerleading.
Yep.
And they have to pay so much money. And now you can do 50/50. And you can totally tell where they've shared to grandma and grandpa, and then they got their bridge partners and the golf buddies and all that. Because all of a sudden you have, they're in Tampa, and all of a sudden you get 40 entries from Omaha, Nebraska, or Columbus, Ohio, or
that's pretty cool.
And so it's pretty neat. And we're pretty excited about it. So I just wanted to share that today.
Yeah. So that's on the charitable side, chancetowin.org, the Web Design Ninja. Kind of summarizing, a lot of businesses are doing whatever it takes to get the business. They're going to lie to the customer, over the phone, get them there in person. We see it in our industry. I see a lot of watering down of the real estate license as well. People coming in with bad advice, cutting fees. Oh, I'll do a flat fee, or I'll do a super low rates. I mean, it's just unbelievable what they're doing. But, the Web Design Ninja, you've been in Tampa Bay for a long time. You pioneered a lot of one of your first gigs, I remember, was with Pizza Hut back in the day.
Yeah, we've been building sites for 24 and a half years now.
24 and a half years, wow.
Our first website, to the best of our trackability would have been in the high 30s. Like there were about 38 to 40 websites in existence when we started building websites. So
yeah,
there's not
pretty
too
cool.
many people that have been around as long as we have.
Let me ask you a question. Like, where are we going? Like, when I listen to Gary Vaynerchuk probably 3 to 6 hours a week, one of the leaders in the social media space, he's talking a lot about VR and voice.
Oof.
So voice, it's like, man, you got to start building. You're thinking about your Amazon apps, your Alexa apps, and skills, or developing the skills. What's your take on that? I mean, you've seen a lot over your life.
The mobile app space is definitely moving in that direction. However, it's very complicated for the average business to have their own app that's actually worth anything. Plus,
right.
You have to find a way to build that brand recurrence or loyalty where they go to the app. I mean, I have 40 different apps for different restaurants and stuff on my phone, and I go there and I totally forget to bring up their app to get my free appetizer at Brio.
Yeah, you're different. Yeah.
And so that's a problem. So I still think the website is key to have the website, but there's marketing involved with it, and you gotta do both.
Yeah, the searchability, and that's what Gary said with that point. He's like, no matter what it is you got to have brand.
Correct.
Because when the people have Kleenex and some of these other, they're going to say, hey, I need to order new Kleenex, and they're going to ship the Kleenex. But when you say jeans, now they're going to say, they're going to give you their Amazon brand of jeans or you pay a lot more money to be at the top of that list. So,
correct.
All right, more from our expert contributors when we come back. Also, top 10 highest paid actors and actresses here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Stay with us. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rhymes, knock out your competition.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and a top listing agent here in Tampa Bay, helping our sellers profit more on the sale of their real estate properties. And I want to give a shout out to our official cleaning partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show is Mary Maids. Relax, it's done. Satisfaction is guaranteed by Mary Maids. They do a great job cleaning our real estate properties. Mary Maids, the official cleaning partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we're back here in studio. We got Teo Leonard in the house, the web design ninja. We got Chris Baran Property Management, helping you manage your real estate assets. And also Matt Schafer, loan officer, teamgoloans.com. And we're helping you win in any marketplace. That is our goal. And let's jump right. I want to go back to Teo, because we kind of left on a cliffhanger there. So Teo, the future, it's like, wow, some of these movies, the Jetsons. I mean, you think back, it's like we're literally at the cusp of a lot of change.
The Jetsons is there, except for the flying car,
right?
With your Alexa app, and even we were talking during the break, the Siri, that stuff. If you have it configured, it's always listening, and we absolutely use Alexa in the office, and
do you really?
Yeah, the employees are always fighting over who controls the AC.
Oh, wow.
Certain times, the gals are like, Alexa, turn down the AC 2 degrees, and then Alexa, play this music in the background or whatever. Yeah. And so we have that all tuned into the office and at the house, and you can control anything. You can turn lights on, you can turn lights off. I mean, it really is the whole Jetsons world is here.
We're here. The iPad, swipe left, swipe here. Yeah, the iPad. So thinking about from a marketing perspective, there's so many business owners out there that are still living the old school. They're not on Facebook. They don't have a business page.
Bad move.
They got the big one you don't like either is the at Verizon.com or at Gmail. It's got to be a professional email, man.
It does. The stats of people that no longer will do business with people with an AOL email,
right,
and or SBC Global, or from the AT&T and the Yahoo, etc. It's a bad move. You're losing business. You don't know you're losing business. It's just shocking.
Yeah.
68% of the people on a hard referral are going to go to a website to check them out. So even if they go, hey, I'm at the Brandon at Consumer QB says, I should talk to Teo. 68% of those people are going to look at my website before they call.
Absolutely.
And all these, I got a Facebook page. You're losing those people, and people, and it's amazing talking to small business owners. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And we have a plumber, and we have a real simple site for them. And about every 4 months, he's like, someone finally called me from the website, and I'm laughing because we have a hotspot, and he gets like 83 calls a week.
He just didn't know it
on the website where they click the phone
call
number and they call from his mobile site. 83 a week.
Yeah.
But he has no clue without applying that.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that, how many are you not getting?
Yeah. He's making assumptions based on what he thinks and what his mind's already geared to receive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nonstop.
So the whole VR, the voice, what can a small business owner do then? I mean, how you have to actually build an app to jump onto the voice skill, right?
Here's the deal. For the normal small business, you need a Facebook page, and you need to actively be on your Facebook page.
Right.
Depending on the nature of your business, you should also have your Instagram. Twitter, yes and no. That's kind of a weird.
Fast.
Twitter's such a kind of a weird deal. Larger companies, you got to have Twitter. The small businesses, I don't think you get the return on investment. But and you got to have a website, even if it's one page with your business hours, your map of your location, the area you service.
Click the call.
And click the call for the phone. There's a lot more, and you're not going to rank for that. I mean, you're never going to show up. But people looking for consumerqb.com or abccompany.com will go there. And that's the bare minimum. The whole voice VR, that's all kinds of stuff we're going to see in the future. The normal business, I don't see that happening for quite a while.
Yeah.
The cost is too great to do it. I mean, people are having a hard time spending $2,500 to $3,000 and justifying that as, a marketing budget, let alone 20 grand for some really cool stuff.
Yeah, that a small percentage of the early adapters have actually just got on, like the Alexa voice and the Google skills or what the Google, so right now it's the basic still for the next 5, 10, 15 years potentially. And then if you're an early adopter, then that's when, like I hear, some of the shows on the Bone, they're saying, hey, ask Alexa to play this, or so they're getting to that point. But really, the people that are actually using it.
Well, we can get on the shopping carts now. We get very intelligent on our search capabilities. We're doing a lot of revamping on that so that it can be very predictive.
Yep.
And tie into the most active sellers. The most popular items, the items that are on sale. There's a lot of stuff that we can do to make those items pop.
Yep.
As well as predict related items and the whole trend analysis where these people bought this item also. And unfortunately, using that kind of takes professionals to set that up. I mean, it takes us a day, 8 hours to configure that kind of stuff. And so the average person that goes, you can just go get a website and click a couple buttons and have a website.
Tough.
No way.
It might not work, but you might have a website.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I want to bring Chris Baran in now. So Chris Baran Property Management. What in the property management space, kind of sticking with the theme we talked about earlier. I see a lot of misinformation, dishonest style of business being operated. Are you seeing that in your space too?
Oh, absolutely. And we're speaking of Matt and Teo about it as well. I mean, it's not even, you don't even know if it's dishonesty. It's not enough information. You're getting the bare minimum to get the deal. Yeah. And that's what we were speaking about a little bit before with cutting the commission and stuff. I mean, you have to know your worth.
Right.
If you're saying you're good in your field or you're great in your field and what you're doing, then why are you saying I'll chip my commission down, or why are you saying, well, I'm going to give it to you for an undercut price?
Right.
Charge what you're worth, but then also state what you're giving for that. Yeah. And if there are added fees, don't throw it on a back page that's 40 pages into it with a couple little stipulations, and you have to get a magnifying glass to read where all these extra fees are coming from. There's no need to nickel and dime. I mean, you really should just break it down pretty simple.
Yeah.
When a board or a property owner wants to see something, they really just want to know what their bottom line is per month. That's it. And sure, there'll be added things onto it, but hopefully it could be bare minimum, or if an expense pops up, things like that. But there shouldn't be any reason to hide anything in there, I would say.
So let's break it down too, for the layperson out there that may, they hear the word property management. What exactly does property management mean?
It means maintaining, upkeeping, day to day, whether it be for a homeowners association, a community, investment properties, condominiums, things like that. So it's us coming in doing a not so sexy of a job as Teo does with the apps and the websites. But I mean, we're the back end. We're the ones that are going to take care of everything to make sure your property or your community is going to run the way it's supposed to run. And like I said, that's anything from budgeting to landscaping to dealing with vendors and just day-to-day operations to make sure everything's the way it really needs to be.
Speaking of apps and real estate, we talked about this on yesterday's show. Airbnb, how huge is Airbnb? I mean, we've talked to people. I was talking to a friend. He said, man, I go to the pool every time I see these people there. They're there drinking, drinks in hand. They look like they're retired. And I finally asked them, what do you guys do? They're like, man, we've been doing Airbnb for the last 5 years. We don't work anymore. It's amazing.
It's big, but they're also cracking down now because there are communities that you're not allowed to do that in. So people are seeing how much money there is involved in it, and they're getting caught because they're bragging about it.
But it's got to be an HOA, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so if it's an HOA, then they could say something. But if I'm a regular tax-paying landowner,
no, correct. Yeah, I should. Yeah.
Unless the city would come in and have a municipality or someone would say, you can't do it here.
Yeah, whether it has to be regulated, so it's a condo building or an HOA, something like that. Right. Then but you have people doing that.
But there's also jump in on that? There's also a drawback. We have a rental property out on the beach and on the East Coast, and we have a management company because. I'm 4.5 hours away. Right. When the light bulb goes, or I got a problem with the garage door, or a problem with the pool, they maintain it. It is well worth the money. I mean, we pay a lot of money. Yeah. But on the other hand, I don't have to worry about it. Yeah. If something breaks, They send the people in to fix it.
Right.
You know, they negotiate the trash pickup. They come by and make sure the trash goes out to the street on the said day.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
All those types of things. That's what you guys do, right,
And
Chris?
people will say, you know, why don't you do Airbnb? You make more money. I'm like, yeah, with a whole lot more headache.
Yeah, you got to clean it. You got to flip the sheets.
It's much more maintained.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot more work. And you know, with the Airbnb, it's such, you know, for an investor. I had Scott Maurer on yesterday's show. He's like, you know, buy it through an IRA. Now you're just taking advantage of the tax write-offs. You're not actually realizing the income because it's inside that investment vehicle. Man, there's a lot of ways. So now for that investor, maybe in the next segment, we're coming up on the short break here, but on the next segment too, I want to talk from an investor standpoint. People buying single family homes, duplexes, triplexes, quads, even apartment complexes, you know, and they say, well, you know, I'd love to invest in real estate, but I don't want to deal with the tenants' toilets and termites, right? So
That's what we deal with.
that's right. So when we come back, I want to break that down for you. Talk with Chris Baran, Baran Property Management. Coming up, Matthew Schafer, teamgoloans.com. He's a loan officer with that company. Local lenders support your local economy, and all of our local experts, consumerqb.com. And we'll be right back after this short break.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to consumerqb.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
Welcome back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show. All-star lineup today. We got Teo Leonard in the house, the web design ninja of Tampa Bay. Chris Baran, Baran Property Management. Matthew Schafer, teamgoloans.com, loan officer with teamgoloans.com. And you've heard Ruth on the show several times. I want to give a shout out to our hotel partner, Kipton's, the Hotel Zamora on beautiful St. Pete Beach. They've got the restaurant on site, the Castile restaurant lounge. You got the rooftop as well, rooftop 360, gorgeous views of the Gulf of Mexico. And it's a great place to go have a nice little staycation if you're local. And if you're out of state, you got to come check it out. And panoramic views of the Gulf of Mexico, intercoastal waterway. If you look to the south, you see the Don Cesar Hotel. Now, let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. Take them up on that 20% discount. They're going to get a 20% discount at the Hotel Zamora. And you're also going to get a bottle of wine and a charcuterie platter in your room. So they give you VIP treatment at Kipton's, the Hotel Zamora on beautiful St. Pete Beach. Coming up, we got the top highest paid actors, and we're going to talk about the actresses as well. And we have our expert contributors in here in studio. So I want to go back to Chris Baran, Baran Property Management. Your wife Donna couldn't make it today, but you guys work together.
Absolutely.
Great team, helping not only individuals, maybe investors, maybe small investor groups, but also large HOAs, and you work directly with the boards, and you are the property management company of choice.
Correct. She's doing a few projects right now, so she couldn't come in today, but things are going good. We and you were saying multiple investor properties, which seems to be coming more to our attention. Rather than one or two, people are saying we have 5 or 6 that we're thinking about purchasing. What could you do for us with stuff like that? And I mean that's great because now you're dealing with still just one person, so it's almost like a mini version of like an HOA now, because it's not just that one you got to run out 20 miles, 30 miles to go to. So now you have a whole group within an area.
Because that's what it's all about, really, is the long run setup. If you're going to be investing, it's like if you can invest and have a long run, like 30 doors or whatnot.
Mm-hmm. What gets a little tricky sometimes is when you can't not get a hold of some of them. Mm-hmm. Some of them are from up north, and they have another home here, plus they have investment properties here. So now, when you give a price for something, it's to maintain it. But then if an issue happens, you have to make sure you check with them, make sure you run it by them. We always get our best prices from vendors that we deal with, but it still has to be okayed. So if something like plumbing issue that we can't deal with, an emergency almost, and we can't get a hold of the actual owner, sometimes you have to make that call. Okay, we have to take care of this. This is an issue now. So
what would the owner do? Right?
What would they want us to do? What would they do? Do we band-aid it to hold it for a couple hours till we get a hold of somebody, or do we just take care of it and handle it right away? And that's the relationship you're building with them up front. Yeah. And that's what we try to do. She's great at that as well. So she wants to make sure that look, you're trusting us with your property. Let us make a call as well. We'll treat it as our own when it comes to that. We're not going to spend your money. We're thinking of it as ours. We want to save you the most money. So you got to be careful with stuff like that too. That's all.
Yeah, and I would think in your agreements you probably have some boundary lines there.
It's spelled out pretty good, and it's and we'd like to keep it flexible too. I mean, we're working with someone right now, a friend of yours actually. Yeah. Thank you. And we work with them. It's hey, listen, if something's not jiving with you or something's not working out the right way, just let us know. Just give us a call. Say, hey, look, let's try to trim this here, or let's try to maybe drop it down here, or hey, you're doing great. Let's bump that up a little bit more. So it's just full communication. You gotta be open to everybody.
That's right. Communication.
7 days a week. You just have to be ready for it.
That's right.
Just because it's a Saturday doesn't mean plumbing can't break. I mean,
that's when it breaks. Right.
That's when it breaks. Saturday, 2 in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely. So for all your property management needs, we want you reaching out to Chris and Donna Baran Property Management here in Tampa Bay. So the property management side of it's an interesting area because it's going to enable people to still live the lifestyle that they want to live, but still be able to invest in real estate. And that's the beauty of it. It
is. And as they grow, a lot of people seeing that there are opportunities within that space. And as they grow, it gets harder because it might be just a husband and wife team with a few kids that just, hey, let me get an investment property. Oh, hey, this is doing great. Let me get another one. Oh, let me get another one. Well, honey, we can't go out this weekend now because now we have these properties to deal with.
Yeah.
We'll deal with them. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
There's someone out there for you. So, I mean, they don't got to stress about it. And a lot of times they do because now they're taking on more than they think they could handle. But you don't have to handle it because now you have those extra properties. You could offset it with the cost a little bit and we'll come in and handle it for you.
Let's talk a little bit about the landlord-tenant relationship because I think there's a lot of misconceptions there.
Yes.
What would be one of the number one things that you see or misnomers? Is it dealing with evictions or is it dealing with the lease-ups? How does that take place?
I would just say it would still come down to the issues. Any kind of issue you're going to have in the property itself, or who the tenant might be and what their expectations are. The property owner, again, might be just somebody who's not a full-time investor, somebody who just wants to be in that space and they're just not ready for all this stuff coming at them, so they don't know how to handle that homeowner or the tenant, I should say.
Right.
So they might get a bit frustrated at times, and you're going to get those calls. You're going to get them sometimes nonstop, and there's nothing you can do. So that's what you're going into.
Right.
We'll field those calls. Those calls won't go to you anymore. They'll come to us.
Yeah.
So we'll be your point of contact, not the homeowner. So now you could continue that great relationship with them, so you don't look at them as somebody who might be pestering or nagging, because they're not. I
Yeah,
mean,
absolutely.
they might have an issue and somebody has to deal with it.
Yeah,
So-
that's good.
Especially when it's friends. Yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah,
That's the worst.
Yeah, exactly. Have that third party relationship. That makes it easy. All right, let's. So Chris Baran, Baran Property Management. Let's bring Matt Schafer into the conversation as well. TeamGoLoans.com. Very aggressive. Helping me on the weekends with open houses. I mean, I love your style, man. Doing a
I
great
love
job.
doing it. Yeah. It's old school.
That's
Not a lot
right.
of lenders out there doing open houses anymore, but
Yeah,
it's a great way to meet borrowers, and I get to, help you out. That you can't beat that.
Yeah, it's a
Usually
win-win.
Ruth's on the show, so she's my mentor. It's great to have, Team Go get me out here, but
yeah.
yeah, it's a great time to buy a home. Being a lender, I love it, and getting to help people make that opportunity real, make their dreams possible. It's rewarding. It's really something else. But
Yeah, it really is. And with the market right now, we're in a rising interest rate environment. What would be your words of advice to listeners out there?
Oh, well, historically, the rates are still fantastic. Although they are on the rise, I mean, if you look at, people paying mortgages just 10 years ago, what you get for a rate, it's
Right.
amazing what you're getting still. So
Right.
it's still a good time to buy. I mean, in Florida, in St. Pete, Tampa area, I mean, St. Pete especially, it's a peninsula on a peninsula. There is no more room to build.
Right.
You're either buying property or you're selling property. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You don't see a lot of construction happening over there in Tampa. I know it's a lot different,
Yeah,
but
just tearing down. They're tearing down the old stuff, building up the new stuff.
exactly. And Tampa's the same way. They became what they should have been the last 20 years. They're finally becoming. It's absolutely beautiful. The only thing they got to do is the highway a little better. It's still from hell.
Certain ones. Yeah,
So,
certain ones.
You know what I mean? That's
You got the infrastructure, challenges. We've done some improvements. I agree. We need a better east-west transit.
it's a lot better than it was. But,
Yeah.
that's what stopped it in the beginning. I mean, Tampa could have been the greatest.
Yeah.
I mean, the next, Miami. Just
We're the 12th. I think we're the 12th largest media market, somewhere between 12 and 14, depending on where you look. So yeah, we're doing pretty good in terms of that. People are moving here. People love to live in
it's
Florida.
definitely becoming what it should have been.
Yeah, they're all
absolutely.
moving into our world.
Yeah, what, Apollo Beach,
Yeah, Apollo Beach.
out east.
Oh, it's
yeah,
getting huge
Riverview.
nowadays.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Seen a ton of
I
construction.
miss the old days when it took like 5 minutes to get to the 75. Now it's like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's,
The Apollo Beach area is nice
it's,
too.
It's out of control.
That's where your boaters are. These guys
Oh, yeah.
love to get out into the Gulf because it's a
Yep.
straight shot.
Yep, and affordable and fun. So
Yeah, that's
it's
cool.
not bad.
That's awesome.
But yeah, everyone's moving there. What's up with that? Come on, start selling some stuff over on the other side.
Yeah. So Matt Schafer with me, joining me here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. He's with TeamGoLoans.com. I think a lot of the emphasis from my perspective is don't support the big banks. Don't walk into the big bank on the corner. You may keep some money with them. You may have a relationship, a bank card, but they're not necessarily the best one to go to for a mortgage. The mortgage, it needs to be shopped. It needs to be, it's a totally different system. Let's talk about that side of it. It's basically a brokerage business, right?
Absolutely, especially with a bank.
Yeah.
I mean, with a bank, they're going to turn around and sell your loan the next week.
Yeah.
They are just getting you set up, and then you're just a number. And you fall into a cookie cutter system, and we all know that life is not so black and white. So, being a mortgage banker, there's three types. There's the banker, mortgage banker, and then a broker.
Okay.
And we're kind of the best of both worlds because we do everything in-house. We take care of our borrowers, to the top customer service you can get. I mean, you really don't get it like this. I mean, they can call me anytime, day or night,
Yep.
weekends, does not matter. My whole team will be with them the whole process to answer questions. And it's just a whole different thing when you go to a bank. But I mean, people also have a misconception about interest rates, because a bank is always going to give you the lowest rate.
Right.
But people have they don't understand that sometimes the difference between, I saw a loan the other week where the difference between a whole percentage point was $40. You know what I mean? And people, it's cost a couple $1,000 to buy it down if you wanted to, but
On
you're
the
talking
payment?
about on the
You're talking
payment. It was a $40 difference on their monthly payment, and they thought it would be hundreds.
Right.
And it's like, if you're going to get that service and close smooth and have people taking care of you, and they can get you a loan that's within the dollars
Right.
of what you get from a bank, I mean, I would go with a mortgage banker every time. And like you said, shop around. You have that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of one thing people do not know, it's a big secret, is when you go to get your home, and you're going to eventually get your full credit pulled. That happens when you go through with the loan process. Once you've been, pre-approved, eventually they'll pull your full credit.
Yep.
Once that happens, you have a 30-day window where you can shop around and have your credit pulled as many times as you'd like by as many different lenders as you'd like, and get the best service. And people don't realize that. They think they're going to get hurt if they go and
don't pull my credit.
Exactly, but you have a window once it happens to
it's a
just make them fight.
misconception, man.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with buying a car. If you go to Ford, Chevy, and Dodge, Mercedes, all in the same, it's looked at as the same thing. You have the right to be able to shop for the best.
Absolutely.
So that's what
I recommend it every time.
That's
Make
right.
them fight for you.
That's right. All right, so when we come back, more from our expert contributors, and we're going to wrap it up with our highest paid actors and actresses of all times here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, this is Jarek Robbins. You are listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show with Brandon Rhymes. Please do what it takes to learn all that you have to live the life you want to live it fully, and find a way to give it by paying it forward to others.
Get in touch with Brandon online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978. You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, the Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win in any marketplace. Got a hot property listing in South Tampa I want to let you know about. 103 South Havana Avenue. This is a great property. 5 bedrooms, 3 bath. It's $620,000 just listed. This is a great opportunity, as we talked about with that Airbnb style. This is not in an HOA, so it's an opportunity for you to rent out this property, make a lot of cash flow on it, pay the debt down. 103 South Havana is a great property.
Is that the one we're doing the open house for?
That is.
Sunday, yeah. Come out and
got that open house going on. And then we have 3911 West Euclid Avenue in Tampa. This is a 4-bedroom, 3 bath with 2 half bath, $840,000. Gorgeous property here, brand new. Basically, it's just a couple years old, and you have a 4,000 square foot home here in the beautiful South Tampa area. And one of the best parts is the school zone. It's in the Plant High School District, Coleman Middle School. So it's a great opportunity here. Check out PlatinumMVPRealty.com for all of our real estate properties and our top listings at PlatinumMVPRealty.com. So we got our all-star lineup here today with you. We got Teo Leonard, the web design ninja, Chris Baran Property Management, Matt Schafer, TeamGoLoans.com, and is the loan officer. So let's do our top 10 here. So according to Forbes, so we got the dates here. The world's top 10 highest paid actresses made a combined $172 million. The top 10 highest paid actors earned more than double that amount, $488 million. So here's a hint. We're going to do the top 10 here. So we got 20 highest paid actors in the world, including 2 Ryans, 2 Toms, and only 3 women.
Oh, there you
All
go.
right.
Whoa.
So here we go. Let's start.
You got to go with Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, number 7 on the list, 43
slacker.
million.
So do you only win if you guess the number 1, or
No, just keep. We'll
No,
just go
just
around
keep
and
going.
see where you guess. Give me an actor that's in the top 10 here. The top 20.
We were just saying, I mean, The Rock, clearly. I
The
mean, he's got to be
Rock.
number 1.
He's actually number 2 on the
is he?
list. Mark. Dwayne Johnson, 65. The Rock. He said he lost his shoe. He got his shoe sold out pretty quickly.
Sold down like 30 minutes, I read, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I know Gary Vaynerchuk lost a shoe too. So it's kind of interesting how different people are getting into the shoe game, the apparel game. Let's try to get our brand out there in other ways. Give me a good guess there, Matthew.
I was gonna say, The Rock. Just give me 1 sec here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with.
You got 2 Ryans, 2 Toms, and only 3 women.
Okay, yeah, that Ryan guy who did the Deadpool. Is that
Reynolds.
Ryan goddamn Reynolds.
18 million, number 18 on the list. 21.5 million. 21.5 million.
Not even
Yep.
top 50.
Yep.
So is Ben Affleck on there?
Yeah,
Without one of the hints.
I would think he is.
Otherwise, I'll go with
Talking
Ryan
Leo, what
Gosling.
about Leonardo
Or otherwise,
DiCaprio?
I'll
That's
go with,
surprising. He's not on.
He's not
there.
on there. What
Jamie
about Ryan
Foxx?
Gosling then for
Jamie
the
Foxx?
other Ryan? Is that the other?
Ryan Gosling.
Is it Gosling? Is he on there?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Number 14 on the list, 29 million. Wait, who did you say before? I'm trying to let me make sure.
We were going with
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Leonardo
Let me just make
DiCaprio?
sure he's not on here.
Jamie Foxx.
All right. Nope. Go ahead.
You said a Tom, huh?
Yeah.
Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks,
Yeah.
number 12.
He's got to be on
31
Still
million.
top? He's still top?
Yeah.
All right, so you said
What's he
who?
doing?
You said
Jamie Foxx and Leonardo DiCaprio?
Jamie Foxx. Let's see, Leo. You'd think Leo.
Matt Damon?
Wow,
Mark
Leo's not
Wahlberg?
on this list. Leo is not on this list.
Wow, Leo, there's always been a whole conspiracy against the Academy and Leo.
Really?
Oh, it took him so long to get that Academy Award. You kidding me?
I didn't know
All
that.
the great films that man made. I mean, I could literally,
I had
every
no
single
idea.
one of them should have gotten an Academy Award.
Wow.
And then he got
Titanic?
it from that one with the bear scene.
Oh, yeah.
What was that? Like, I didn't even see that scene. Was
that
it that
was a
good?
really good show. Or
Was it
movie.
a good scene? Yeah. He
That was a
survived?
good movie, yeah.
Killed a bear?
What was the name of that movie?
No idea.
It was like when he was in the wilderness.
Really?
The Revenant.
The Revenant.
Revenant,
There you go.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so number 1 on the list, Mark Wahlberg, 68
Wow,
I was
million.
gonna say
Shout
him
that
next,
out in
yeah.
there somewhere.
Number
I mean,
three,
that's great.
Got the
number 3
supporting.
is a Dwayne Johnson lookalike Vin
Oh,
Diesel.
Vin Diesel. Yeah.
Wow.
Kinda-
lookalike?
Yeah, the
I don't
Fast
know,
and
kinda-
Furious.
they're big. They're,
Seriously,
you know.
no.
high up there.
Adam Sandler,
Shady.
number 4.
Wow.
Jackie Chan, Robert Downey Jr.
I was going to say him, too.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
of the,
so-
the
Marvel
Avengers-
stuff,
Yeah,
yeah.
Marvel stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
RDJ.
That was interesting though. Leo's not on the list. A couple of
Yeah.
big names were not on that list.
Illuminati.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into our lightning round.
Lightning round!
I am so good at lightning rounds!
I majored in lightning rounds.
All right, so top tips, nuggets of advice, or just an overall pitch.
I'm going to go with a pitch. Normally I do advice, but if you know of a charity that is looking to do some fundraising, check out chancetowin.org, and I'll do 50% off the hosting fees using Consumer QB for the coupon code.
The code?
Yeah, so 50% off the top for the fees, and you can, for now $40 some, you can host a raffle and end up making some money for your favorite charity.
That's great. Awesome. Thanks for doing that.
Yep.
All right, Chris Baran.
We got 2 events coming up. One is the Habitat for Humanity on June 20th at 7 p.m. at the clubhouse at Gulf Landings up in Newport Richey. We're trying to get more people involved in that. There's a community right outside of Gulf Landings that's just in dire need of rehab and attention. So they're doing a great thing over there to really bring some new life into that area and clean it up a little bit. Get some pretty cool homes put in there for people as well. It's really great. We're also having a boater appreciation party in July 15th between 11 and 3 at the clubhouse. We're teaming up with Outpost Marine Group out of Holiday. Okay. And they're going to have some boats out there. We're going to have a DJ, some food, take people out and try things out for a little bit and see how it goes.
Sweet.
It should be pretty fun. It's a good party. We usually do Memorial Day party, but we wanted to push it back and team up with them a little bit, so it'll be pretty fun. Because all the boat docks and it's a waterfront community, it'll be nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
ConsumerQB.com. If you want more information, just submit the form at ConsumerQB.com. We'll answer your questions there. Matt Schafer.
Well, make it quick. When if you're renting right now or you have not bought a home yet, start planning because it's the best investment you can make. And if you do it right, it can change your life. So I really cannot tell you how much I love helping people do it.
Yeah.
Give us a call, Team Go. Ruth Watkins, she's the best mentor I could have ever asked for. She breathes, eats, sleeps, and breathes, just helping people out. So if there's, even if you're not ready yet, get yourself in a position to do so. Because like I said, once you pay off that first property, you become your own bank.
Yes.
Start taking money out of your own property, make your own investments with your own cash.
Mm-hmm.
And it, like they say, it takes money to make money. Once you get to that point, you can start taking it to the next level.
Something unique and out of the box for young people, or maybe even someone that's middle aged that's went through a bankruptcy, they don't own their house yet, is starting a GoFundMe page. Right?
I love that.
That's a great idea.
I've seen some crazy stories.
Help me get into my first home.
Hey, I love that. Yeah, it's an elevator pitch. If you can pull it off right, I've seen amazing things happen with that. GoFundMe.
Yeah, set it up, send it out to your friends and family. Instead of buying us a wedding gift, donate to our GoFundMe page. Help us get into a home. Help us, take life seriously, right? I think so many people are saving less money. So many people are spending more money on stupid stuff. A lot of times, whatever the stats are, I bet seniors that are getting ready to retire, a large percentage of them do not have enough money to retire. So start young. Think about it.
Great idea. I see it all the time. I see so many different scenarios where people are making, $10,000 a month who can't save, even like $500 a month. And then people who are making jack who are saving 90% of their money. And it's amazing what you can do if you just, if you budget and you put your mind to something.
Absolutely.
It's game on, take it out of other people's hands, make it happen.
Money Master of the Game, or one of Tony Robbins' CDs, he talks about a guy that worked for the Postal Service, and he made it, an average wage, decent, but he saved such a large percentage, and he invested, and the story's about compounding.
Yeah,
he's investing, he keeps investing and compounding and compounding. The guy retires as a multi-millionaire. I forgot how many millions of dollars, 20 or 40 or $60 million, and the joke at the end was like, well, I want to go work for the Postal Service. No, that's not it. What it is, it's compounding, the power of compounding, and and the power of just deciding, making that decision in your mind, setting those action items. Like you said, let's start saving some money. Let's get out of this renting situation. Let's leave a legacy for our family, and just take action. And I think a big part is a lot of people they underestimate what they can do in 5 years or a decade, and they overly estimate what they can do in a year. And then January's here again. Let's set those goals, and then they're pissed off at themselves because they didn't reach those goals, or they kind of and it serves to, it kind of works the other way.
Absolutely,
it hurts their self concept. The way they feel about themselves.
Lending definitely favors those who know long-term gratification. They know how to get there, and they know how to set themselves up, because
that's right.
You don't have to be making crazy money or be doing those kind of things to set yourself up to buy a really amazing home.
That's right. Yeah, to focus on task and ideas that are goal achieving versus tension relieving.
Exactly.
Having that drink at the 4 o'clock, the 5 o'clock happy hour, the $5, $6 mocha loca, whatever they sell at Starbucks. So those small little shifts are going to be able to help you set up your life to live a better life. So I want to thank all of our expert contributors today: Teo, Leonard, Chris Baran, Matthew Schafer. I want to thank our listeners, our viewers out there, our TV show on WeBeam TV, our team behind the scenes putting this all together. We really appreciate it. Come out and check us out on that event on the 21st. Ken Shamrock's going to be in town. It's going to be a great event. Keynote speech, live radio broadcast, Fire Station number 5 on the 21st, 4:30, coming up here in just a few days. And also, we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness, something as simple as packing up some leftover food, carry it with you to and from your commute, hand it to that person that you see in need, and be a force for good in the community. And you can follow us online, facebook.com/Consumer Quarterback Show, Twitter, Instagram, @BrandonRhymes1, and we'll see you next time. Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
You've been listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show, weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.
Are you a real estate agent looking to take your business to the next level and supercharge your marketing? Hi, I'm Brandon Rhymes, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and host of the Real Estate Quarterback Show, syndicated radio and TV show talk program on iHeartRadio, 102.5 The Bone, daily 5 o'clock drive time on 1380 The Biz, and our TV show is on We Being TV. We're looking for real estate agents that want to join our team and supercharge their marketing, utilizing some of our innovative strategies.
26 and
we utilize the Real Geeks platform,
to the intercessory
Facebook
ministry of the
internet
Holy Spirit
marketing,
on the
and a lot
behalf
of
of the
traditional
Christian.
methods as well.
Because that
Postcard
word
mailers
likewise
mailed for you,
links what Paul is
postage,
about to say
signage,
to
business
something
cards,
Paul
all
has
paid
already
for
said.
by the company.
You and I
Aggressive
always
real
want to be
estate
careful
splits
that when we
and
come
ways
to a
help you
tax, we
win
don't
in
take
any
it
marketplace.
out of its
We need you to
context.
go out, take applications,
It's been
and
said
work
and
our
needs to be said
plethora of
again.
leads that
A
we're
text
generating
out of
on a
its
daily
context
basis.
becomes a
Reach out by
pretext
clicking the form
for
below,
trouble.
and we'd love to have a
So what
confidential
is the
interview with you.
context? Well, the word likewise connects, I believe, Paul's thinking to some of the verses that have preceded, especially verse 24 and 25. For we were saved in this hope, but hope that is seen.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.